Jon Favreau, this retard, he wasn't hit by a car, which we believe because we have eyes. He was literally hit by you could hear the car hit him. I didn't realize, hey dude, I'm not mad at you. It's harassment that warrants a death sentence. We're not saying it warrants a death sentence. She's mocking and harassing him, and her lover, her lesbian lover, is going around harassing him. And they're obstructing law enforcement, parking the car in the middle of the road. Like, this is the gaslighting that they do. He killed an innocent woman. She was not innocent. She rammed into him. Shooting her in the face did nothing to protect him. Stepping out of the way did. It's like, they're psychotic. Look, in that perspective, he is right in front of her while she floors the gas. But they will lie. And look, almost 6,000 likes so far. 6,000 likes so far. It hasn't even been an hour. And they will lie. They will continuously lie. We can't share a country with these just freaking wicked people. I'm sorry, these people are depraved, evil people. They will lie to you over and over and over again. When the truth literally is in front of you, stares at you straight in the eyes, they will still lie to you and say, no, do not believe your eyes. He's the other Jon Favreau. He's not the actual director of The Mandalorian. He's some soy boy retard. Like, all of these people, I'm sorry, at the end of the day, there has to be consequence for this kind of lying. I'm sorry, you can't just continuously lie like this egregiously. And yes, we have freedom of speech in this country, but there has to be serious consequences for truly lying like this. Like, so brazenly. As a public figure. 1.2 million followers. And you have freaking this F-slur, Brian Krasenstein, breaking new footage of the killing of Renee Good in Minneapolis, clearly showing her turning away from the agent. They literally lied to you straight in the face. Liberals are claiming right now that she was trying to just get away. She didn't hit him.
Get out of the car.
Right there, she hit him. Right there, she hit him.
Get out of the car.
She hit him. She hit him.
Get out of the car.
And she literally looks at him and runs into him. It's like I don't know what else. Like, what else are we supposed to do at this point? These liberals, literally, we can't share a country with people who do not live in reality and share, like literally, we can look at the same exact thing and they will deny it. All they do is lie. All these people do is lie. At a certain point, these people who continuously egg on insurrection and violence and continuously ramp up this rhetoric and lie to your face so that they can radicalize left-wingers, like, they all need to be thrown in prison. I'm sorry, like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. These people all need to be thrown in prison. Enough is enough. These people are insane. Like, how do you lie so brazenly? It is unbelievable. It is unfreaking believable how brazen they are in their lies. And look, Kenneth P. Vogel, a New York Times analysis of footage from 3 camera angles shows that the motorist was driving away from, not towards, a federal officer when he opened fire. This guy's from the New York Times, I think. Yeah, this guy's from the New York Times. They'll lie to you straight to your face. When we can see that she floored the gas. She floored the gas when the ICE agent is right in front of her. Right in front of her. He is right in front of her. Okay? And we saw the camera angle before on Wednesday, far away from that angle where the car's coming in this way and the person's right here, the ICE agent's right here. She runs into him and then he moves out the way and then shoots her. Okay? I don't know what else, because we have mainstream media journalists who lie to you straight to your face. And they won't bear any consequences. There will be no consequences for their lies, for their deceit. She was not some innocent woman who was sitting in her vehicle doing nothing when an ICE agent just pulled up and shot in her face, okay? That's not what happened. She was obstructing law enforcement. She and her lover were harassing them. And then when instructed to get out of the vehicle, she tried to run away, and in doing so, hit an ICE agent and tried to run him over while he was right in front of her. And he shot in self-defense, okay? It's plain as day. This video proves. This video is proof. This video is proof. And like I said, Renee Good's quote-unquote wife was egging him on, saying, drive, baby, drive. Drive, baby, drive. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And then you have freaking idiots. Oh my gosh, crystal ball. If you're wondering, Jonathan Ross, that's the ICE agent. was holding his iPhone in one hand and gun in the other. One possibility comes from Drew Harwell reporting ICE is under pressure from the White House to create as much content as possible. No, they're not trying to create content, okay? I don't know, maybe they are, but that doesn't detract from the fact that this was self-defense. This is a clear case of self-defense. Oh my gosh, Crystal Ball needs to shut up. She needs to get off the internet. Just women need to get off the internet. Oh look, Becca Good, quote-unquote wife of Renee Good. Renee Good's wife, Becca Good, is speaking out in a statement to NPR, saying Renee lived by an overarching belief there's kindness in the world. Yeah, it's very kind. It's very kind to try to run over an ICE agent. Renee leaves behind 3 extraordinary children, her youngest just 6 years old and already lost his father. I am now left to raise our son and continue teaching him, as Renee believed, that there are people building a better world for him. That the people who did this had fear and anger in their hearts. They need to show them a better way. It's not fear and anger. Okay, well, yeah, maybe fear, because you're trying to run him over with a Honda Pilot. Yeah, like, I think any sane, rational person, if you floor the gas, okay? If you floor the gas and a person's standing in front of your vehicle, any sane, rational person would fear for their lives, okay? But, oh yeah, kindness, it's kindness. Like, such gaslighting. Oh my gosh. It is just, yeah, the emotional manipulation, it's so freaking retarded. The recording of ICE is to secure the narrative. You can't lie about ICE actions if hours of ICE missions are first-person recorded. Exactly. So it's like, it's not like what Crystal Ball is saying, oh, it's for content. No, it's for literally the same reason you ask for body cam footage. It's to see from the perspective of the cop and see truly what happened. And it's like, oh yeah, let's get body cam footage. No, not like that. Not like that. That's actually just for content. It is unbelievable. These liberals are unbelievable. They're so brazen in their lies. They have no shame. Chat, they have no shame. They have no shame. It's crazy. The law enforcement officer says, get out the car. And then her quote-unquote wife, drive, baby, drive, get away, drive, run him over. All the while that, look at that smirk. Less smirk. Renee Good smiling as she goes away. So true, cider hype. These women think they're Scarlett Johansson in a Marvel movie. They think they can mow down Hydra agent just like Black Widow. You're not her. You're not her. Okay? You're not a Black Widow. You're not some super cool boss babe attacking the Nazis, winning a war against Hydra agents. You're not in a war against the Gestapo. It is just simply federal law enforcement enforcing immigration law. And you're obstructing law enforcement from carrying out their duties, and you try to run over an ICE agent, you're gonna get shot. You're gonna have to bear the consequences. This is not a Marvel movie. This is not a comic book. This is not anime. This is real life. So you're not brave. You're not bold. You're not a hero. We're trying to run away from law enforcement when they tell you to get out of the car after you're literally blocking the road. You're not brave. You're not brave. You're retarded. Stop. Just stop. Don't do it. And the thing is that the Trump administration has to crack down hard. They have to crack down hard on these kind of people quickly, because unless they don't, if they don't, then yeah, these kind of incidents will just continue to escalate, and things will get even worse. So what they have to do is have mass arrests for these leftists and these leftist organizations, these anarchists, these terrorists. Like, Trump needs to go in. The FBI needs to go in. DHS needs to go in. DOJ needs to go in and start making huge, like, thousands of arrests of these people. Oh, that's authoritarian. That's a freedom of speech issue. No, these people are literally going around terrorizing our communities, okay? And they're preventing law enforcement from carrying out very basic duties of arresting criminals and rapists and fraudsters and drug dealers, foreign invaders who don't belong in this country. Andrew, these women are basically LARPers who don't see or accept reality, and that's the fundamental truth. I say this until I'm blue in the face. The difference between left and the right is that the right lives in reality, left refuses to. And that's why you have idiots like Brian Krasenstein. Krasenstein, by the way. Krasenstein. It's always them, isn't it? But Krasenstein saying, oh yeah, like, she was just trying to drive away. She didn't hit him with the car, nothing. She wasn't trying to drive, it was literally just murder. Nothing happened. You have freaking idiots like John Favreau. He didn't get hit by a car. He killed an innocent woman, just shot her in the face. So, yes, Asmongold, so true. This go to show how important body cams are. Regardless of what your political affiliation is, they are a force for both good and also accountability. Any law enforcement officer should be required to have one that protects all parties. So true. So true. So, God bless you. Sending you love from Israel. Love your takes. God bless you, Neven. Appreciate you. Wait, you sending me love from Israel? Oh, But I'm critical of, I don't know if you see my criticisms of Israel, but as long as they're chill, I don't mind. Like, I have people who I'm chill with and friends with who are pro-Israel. And I think that, like, we can still have a conversation with those kind of people, ultimately. Although I, broadly speaking, like, am anti-Israel. But, like, I don't hate Israel, right? I think this is funny because a few years ago when I was starting to grow along on X, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, this guy's a Zionist shill because I went to Israel 3 years ago. And I had like a great, Neven, I know, I appreciate you anyways. Oh, God bless you. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I went to Israel and I had a great time. I did. I had a great time. And people say you're a Zionist shill, all this stuff. It's like, no, I went on a trip with Turning Point to Israel and I had a great time. I had a good time. But it's like, even then I was questioning a lot of the narratives. And then around 2023 is when I really came around to understanding that, oh, dispensationalism is a heresy, that Christian Zionism isn't something that was believed by Christians for most of church history until very recently, post World War II. And that we have no obligation as Christians spiritually to Israel and to the Jewish people. But it's like, I don't hate them, but at the same time, like, it shouldn't dictate our foreign policy. It shouldn't dictate our domestic policy. And understanding that, like, oh, like, a lot of the subversions that happen in America, all the things that we hate as Christians, the people at the forefront of a lot of that were Jews, Jewish donors. Charlie called them out, and that's why Charlie was even called anti-Semitic for saying, Jewish donors, why are you funding open border policies, all these radical immigration efforts, all these NGOs? Why are you funding all of these trans stuff and the liberal gay stuff, the gay rights, the feminist stuff? And Jews brag about it in our country. And so it's like, oh, wait, I don't like that. So can we, like, decouple from that? And those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that, you know? Yeah, PK Slippy, that's so true. It should be treated like another nation state and nothing else. And it's, if they're working actively against America's interests, we do not like them. And if they're working in America's interests and help America, then sure. But I think what has happened in America in the past, like, even century, is that Israeli politics has governed so much of American domestic and foreign policy, which is insane to me. And things like, you know, very basic things like AIPAC should register as a foreign lobby, right? We want to decouple from Israel and stop giving them all our military aid and so much, like, foreign aid. We should stop fighting in the wars. We should stop elevating this, like, idea of a broad Christian-Jewish alliance in the same way that, like, I always rag on the Christian-Muslim alliance. Like, the Christian-Jewish alliance, it's just not something that I agree with, because yes, maybe you don't like Muslims, and then, you know, same thing with the Christian and Muslim alliance things, like, oh, you don't like Zionists, you don't like Jews, okay, but at the end of the day, it's like, I want Christianity is first and foremost, and Jews, especially the hardcore Orthodox Jews, but Jews, they reject Christ. And so I don't know why I need to partner with people who hate Christ and reject Christ, especially the Orthodox Jews. They really hate Christ. But yeah, like people who believe that Jesus is burning in hell and excrement. And at the end of the day, like, the thing is, I don't hate Jews. I don't hate people like Ben Shapiro. But it's like, if you don't have the Spirit of the living God living inside of you, I don't trust you. I don't trust your discernment. I don't trust your judgment. So that's why, like, I can be broadly, like, friendly with people on the right who I disagree with, who aren't Christian, but at the end of the day, I like, America first, and the future of America, the future of any first world country, any country, is centered around Christ. And it has to be. So, and that's what I believe as a Christian. That's why there was that picture that came out last year at one of the Turning Point events. There's like Jake Shield and Lily Gaddis and Sneeko and all these people who, like, aren't Christian. I think Lily claims to be Christian. I don't know anymore, but it's like all these people, like, atheists, Muslims, like, the new right, the new America First movement. I'm like, whoa. Like, I don't want Christians leading the right wing in this country. I don't want non-Christians. I want Christians leading it. I don't want non-Christians leading the right wing and being in charge of politics in this country. A Protestant Catholic alliance is more like, yeah, exactly. It's like, I am for an ecumenical alliance between the Orthodox Catholics and Protestants, okay? I'm still thinking about the Mormons, okay? I'm still thinking about the Mormons. My inclination, because Mormons reject the divinity of Christ, is that I want to be like, nah, not you guys. Not you guys. You guys have some weird beliefs, all right? Especially the really fundamentalist Mormons are kind of crazy. But it's like, but they're like really right-wing and they're like the most conservative. So it's like, it's tough. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, it's like I like, you guys know Kai Schwemmer. He's a good friend of mine. I really like him, but he's Mormon. So that's my biggest point of contention, where it's like, oh, yo, thank you so much. Wow, Shield, thank you so much for the gifted. Thank you so much for the 2 gifted. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Kyrgyzstan, it's almost like they're trying to destabilize what the right wing is yet again. Throw labels into the sticks enough. Absolutely. Dig, what's up? Thanks for the follow. So anyways, I know we got a little off topic there, chat. But ultimately, yeah, this is the truth. Like I'm not grieving. The video is very clear. Yeah, Nick is correct. 100% justified. Yeah, 100%. Ben Luigi, my friend, he's a good friend of mine, Orthodox brother. I support ICE, but the reality is we can accomplish mass deportations without a single firearm being drawn if we just debanked illegals and stripped migrants of the welfare benefits. That's true. This is part of it. It's all part of it. So it's like we can debank the illegals, and then we can strip migrants of their welfare benefits, and that would in and of itself make them self-deport, but it wouldn't get all of them out, right? So we need that, and then we need the ICE raids. But this is actually a really great point. All you have to do is strip them of their welfare benefits, debank them, not allow them to do business, have money in America. It's that simple. And then what are they gonna do? They're gonna starve? No, they're gonna go back to where they came from. Did you see the Democrats post about the video? Oh no. What do they say about the video? Let's see. Of course. This is how they lie. That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. And the gunshots and ICE says effing. So they completely don't care about the context, about what happened, about how she tried to run him over, how her quote-unquote wife was screaming, "Drive, baby, drive!" No, they'll leave all of that out. And then they'll just keep the point where, yes, they're technically not lying, but they're crafting a narrative like this. It's such deceitful narrative that's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Some innocent woman just sitting in a car, and then ICE just said, boom, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna shoot you in your face. Unbelievably disingenuous. This is why, like, even like the Democrats have to be categorized as a freaking terrorist organization at this point. Like, they're not a serious political party. Like, they egg on political terrorism, and they continuously lie to your face over and over and over and over and over again. Like, this is unbelievable. I can't believe this is actually a thing they posted, that they are literally lying to you straight to your face. Con. Yeah, so anyways, is their dog okay? That's really all I care about. That's true. Is their dog okay? Wow, they're so dishonest. This is unbelievable. This is actually unbelievable. That they're painting a picture that they still want to lie, even with the new video that came out, okay? Oh, my earbud fell out. Chat, what the heck? My earbud fell out from my in-ears. Where'd it go? Wait, chat, I'm actually cooked. I'm cooked! Oh, there it is. I found it. What the heck? How did it fall out? But even with the new video evidence, okay? They're trying to counteract that by lying. They're counteracting it by lying straight to your face and saying, yeah, we're gonna ignore the content of the whole video. This is the reason why they didn't post the video. Because if they post the video, the people could know. People would know the truth about what happened. That she tried to drive away, not comply with law enforcement as she was obstructing law enforcement from doing their job, blocking them. She was instructed to get out of the car, and instead of getting out of the car and complying, she drove away and rammed into an ICE officer, almost ran him over. And instead of doing that, instead of showing the video, they're just gonna make a graphic where they're technically not lying. Trying to paint a picture that Renee Good said, that's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. And then they just shoot her straight in the face for no reason. It's so unbelievable. And this is why, you know who is most susceptible to this propaganda? I'm sure you guys know, but it's women. Like, women eat up this propaganda so much. They eat up this propaganda so much, so easily, because they're so emotional, and they don't care about, like, most women, unfortunately, they don't care about the truth. They only care about whatever facts help them align with broad group consensus. Okay? So if everyone around them appears to be saying that this is true, the woman will say, yeah, this is true. And wow, ICE is terrible. They're like the Nazis going around rounding people up and killing them for no reason. And so it's so, and it is men, broadly speaking. It is more broadly speaking men who are who aren't as susceptible to, and a little more bulletproof, I guess, fail-proof? What's the word? I'm blanking. Pestania, thanks for the follow. But men are the ones who are actually, broadly speaking, care about the truth more. And that's why I think it makes people like Jon Favreau, Bryan Krasenstein, Ed Krasenstein, all these liars, like, they know that they're lying. They know that they're lying. They know that they're lying, yet they say the lies because money, fame, they're corrupt. So, Pistana, what's up? Keep up the great work. Thank you. Appreciate you. God bless you. PK Slippy's thoughts on my chat message about atheists like Sargon. Sargon's great. I like him. He likes Christianity. He is in the process of converting, so I think he's fine. And then we have celebrities who don't know anything about politics choosing to speak against ICE. Yeah, you have freaking retards like Simu. Yeah, like, that was murder. That was murder. It's like, shut up, Simu. You have nothing. You have no idea what you're talking about. Pistana, I can't believe I just randomly came across your stream. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. You're a legend. You're a legend. Yeah, there's so many people here. But yeah, Chad, this is unbelievable. It's like at this point, like, the biggest way to counteract these lies is just to say, like, obviously share the truth, but ultimately just like, I don't care. I don't care. Was she a B word? She was a B word. She was a B word. She was someone who terrorized people, who's trying to destroy this country. And in her stupidity, left her 3 children without their mother anymore. And in her stupidity, in her LARPing as a hero, okay? She thinks she's some brave revolutionary. She almost ran over an ICE agent. If anyone is a B word, it's Renee Good. So I don't celebrate her death. I'm not gloating over her death. Okay, I don't do that. I'm a Christian. Oh, thank you so much! PK Slippy, thank you so much for Prime sub! Thoughts. Mormons are political allies, not religious ones. Not all atheists are liberals and defend the West and its values and truths. Useful political allies. Most Muslims I cannot trust to be political allies just inherently because of the large problem of violent terrorism. So true. So yeah, so I think we can have political allies and religious allies, but I think there's a lot of overlap there too, because I do believe a lot of parts of politics is inherently theological. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, like, the Democrats, Renee Good, I'm not gloating over her. I'm not dancing on her grave. I've seen a lot of, you see a lot of the distasteful Charlie Kirk memes where they show him being shot in the neck, and then they repurpose that for Renee Good. I'm not going to share that, but at the same time, I'm not going to get mad over it. I'm not going to get mad over it because for her, like, she actually was committing a crime and she got shot doing so. I'm not like, oh, poor her. If anything, it's like, poor children. It's like her children deserve sympathy and compassion, but not really her. And I'm not grieving. I'm not grieving. Like, these people are trying to destroy our country and trying to harm people, and people keep forgetting. Like, the left is always all about kindness and tolerance, compassion, and empathy. Where's the empathy for ICE agents? There's no empathy for ICE agents. They have to also realize that ICE agents, federal people, like people who work in government, okay, and maybe this is my controversial opinion, is that they're people too. They are also people too. So it's like there is this dehumanization that happens when it comes to law enforcement officers. This is exactly what they did with cops, right? Just local police officers who are just trying to keep their community safe and serve their community. ACAB, remember? All cops are bastards. Defund the police. We hate all cops. Kill all of them. That's what they said. This broad dehumanization of any person just trying to enforce the law and keep law and order in society. You know how demoralizing that is? Like, they're people too. One of my good friends is a police officer. He's a person too. He is a husband. He is a father. His wife is pregnant right now. And God bless him, praying for him because they're having pregnancy complications. But they're people too. They are people too. And for some reason, because it is politically inconvenient, and this is what they do not only with ICE agents, they do this with conservatives. This is why they celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. They didn't see him as a person. They didn't see Charlie Kirk as a father, as a husband, as a good man, or just even a man in general. They saw him as the devil. They saw him as a demon for the grave sin of loving God and loving his country, okay? For loving truth and sharing the truth and talking to people. They danced on his grave. They celebrated it. He didn't commit any crimes, but But they're like, oh, like, he was pro-Second Amendment. He had to go for him. I don't care. But then for women who are literally committing crimes, for violent criminals who are committing crimes, they have visuals for them. They protest for them. They get outraged for them. So you know that these people, they view us as vermin. The left views people in the right as vermin, as scum, as less than. They literally do everything. All the things that they accuse us of doing, they do. The dehumanizing, the belittling, they literally see us as lesser. So that killing us, assaulting us, harassing us, all these things are justified. Why? Because we're not human in their eyes. And that's how they actually think, chat. I'm not exaggerating. This is how the left largely thinks about conservatives and anyone who is moderately right-wing. So we can't share, the reality is we cannot share a country with people who think like this. I'm sorry, we can't share a country with people who think like this, who are outwardly brazen and open about how much they want to kill conservatives and ICE agents and federal law enforcement. Like, these people are not fit to live and be with society. So we gotta arrest them. There has to be mass arrests, chat. There has to be mass arrests. There has to be, like, unless more people will die. And yes, I don't want people like Renee Good to die. I think that all deaths are tragic, okay? They're all tragic. But I don't want, even liberals, like, I don't want them to die. And maybe that's just a softness in me, but I just think that's me being human. That's me being human. That's me being a Christian. I don't want people dying. Okay? I value life. I do. Kubek, what's up? Thanks for the follow. But these people don't think that way. The left does not think this way. Okay? The left does not think this way. They want political violence. They want violence and riots and anarchy on the streets. They want reasons to commit violence and terrorism against law enforcement officers, against conservatives. They celebrated when Charlie Kirk died. And all the people who were left-wing and don't share the sentiment have all left the left. Because yes, they might be left-wing economically, even socially and culturally, but celebrating political assassinations and murders is something that most reasonable people can't get behind. But the left-wing today, they are not reasonable people. They are people who want to burn you and your country to the ground. That's who they are. That's who they are. And that's why they're unafraid to lie like this. And that's why they celebrate the death of Charlie Kirk while eulogizing and glorifying criminals like Renee Good. Kubek, hi, got here from the raid. Thank you for being here. God bless you. TOJ, both sides get too extreme. It's never going to resolve with social media blowing this out of proportion. Yeah, and the reality is one side has to win. Like, this can't keep going on. One side has to win. And we want the right to win. And the right has to win. And so, whatever it takes short of sin and actual, like, violence and, like, actual murder, like unjust violence and murder, like anything short of that, like anything, like whatever it takes, really, truly, to get this country back on track, to save this country, to root out political enemies from this country. True evil cannot build, it can only destroy. Yeah, these people are the ones that are just trying to destroy everything. And yeah, Brian Krasenstein, like that's why these people are so brazen and they don't care about doxing federal agents. And doxing should be, if it's not already, illegal in all 50 states. And we just can't live in a society where we constantly dox people, okay? Put people in danger and subject people to political violence and death threats. We can't do that. We can't live in a society. I'm sorry. We can't live in that kind of society. Yeah, so they doxed Jonathan Ross, who was the ICE agent who shot Renee Good. And yeah, now he has to fear for his life. He has to. Even more so than the Honda pilot almost running him over. Now he has to fear for his life. Now these leftist anarchists are going to go and try to stalk him, harass him, and kill him. I don't know if whatever it takes is the right way to approach. Are you saying we're too far gone from trying to reach an agreement for both sides peacefully? Yes, we are too far gone. We're too far gone. They killed the very guy who tried to have a peaceful agreement, okay? The left killed the very guy who was trying to have a discourse with them. And Charlie Kirk succeeded in a lot of his interactions. He did. But it cannot keep up with the pace of left-wing radicalization that's happening on the internet, in this country, in our classrooms. Charlie, he was great, but his work cannot keep up with the speed of left-wing radicalization. And then so we know that they literally killed the very guy who was trying to reach that peaceful agreement between the right and the left, and they celebrated it. They not only killed him, they danced on his grave, they mocked his wife and his children and his family. Until this day, they are still mocking him. They are still mocking him, celebrating his death, celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. There's no peaceful agreement way out of this. There isn't. Either we win or they win. And we have to do so lawfully. But what the Trump administration has to do, what law enforcement has to do, is just crack down on these leftist, anarchist, terrorist organizations. That's all they have to do. Andrew, the left and right don't agree on the very basic things Republicans and Democrats could agree on 100 years ago. Yeah, the time for peace is far gone. And for me, I used to think Tim Pool, right? Tim Pool kept saying civil war, civil war, civil war. And I was like, no, you're exaggerating. That'll never happen. My last straw was Charlie Kirk. My last straw was when they murdered Charlie Kirk and hundreds of thousands of leftists celebrated it. That was my last straw. Because it showed the leftists will commit violence. They will commit acts of murder. They will commit unthinkable atrocities in order to get their way. And that was the last straw. That we crossed the Rubicon when they murdered Charlie Kirk. Already, when the attempted assassination of Trump was already bad as it was. It was already bad. But then the assassination of Charlie Kirk and the way that the left celebrated it, that was the final straw. We cannot go back. There's no agreement to be had. There's no shared country to be had with these kind of people. They're evil. They're deeply evil. Lost many friends over Kirk's assassination. Disgusting to see people I respected stoop down to such a low level. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. So that was the last straw for me. Charlie Kirk dying. Someone that I knew personally and someone that I spent I literally spent a day in Korea with Charlie. Not the whole day, but part of a day, a good chunk of a day, because we spoke at the same conference. And to have him be shot in cold blood on a live stream, having a conversation with college students a few days after, like, that radicalizes you. That radicalized me. There's no turning back. There's no turning back. Literally, having someone that I literally spent time with. You know, Charlie's chief of staff, Mikey McCoy, he's a good friend, and in Korea, we were talking, and I was like, dude, we need to do more collaborations with you and Charlie, and we need to get you doing work with Charlie, and there's a lot of great things that we could do together. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm back making content. I'm back on the grind. Like, let's do it. And then a few days later, he died. And chat, it's personal for me. And I always try to separate personal things from broader political things, but in this case, I can't. You spend time in Korea with a man who loved the Lord and loved this country. He's a great man, by the way. Charlie Kirk was a great man. And then a few days later, he's just shot like that and killed. And then you have millions of people celebrate it on the internet. Like, that's radicalizing for me. That's radicalizing. And I just couldn't believe it. Just how awful and terrible and vicious people are. They're just so lost. And they're demonically oppressed. They're demonically possessed. We can't share a country with these people. And so we need to crack down on them hard. Law enforcement needs to crack down on them hard, completely destroy our enemies. Like, we have to control. I'm not saying like mass murder them. That's not what I'm saying. Of course, I'm against political assassinations and political violence. What I'm saying is that we have to arrest the very people who are organizing and committing acts of violence and acts of lawlessness, trying to destroy our country, kill people on the streets, kill law enforcement officers. We can't tolerate this anymore. And you would have thought after Charlie Kirk's death, like, that was the time. That was the time for the Trump administration to crack down. They haven't taken any action except for press conferences and these just vague statements, news releases, press conferences, press statements, while freaking bums like Kash Patel do nothing with the FBI, where it takes a YouTuber, a Mormon YouTuber, Nick Shirley, to expose one of the biggest fraud scandals ever in modern American history. While the FBI, Kash Patel is just sitting on his hands, doing podcasts with his girlfriend, and then using the FBI apparatus to like help his girlfriend. Yeah, it's like, I'm so tired of the GOP just having these news hits on Fox News and News Nation, doing all these news hits, these press releases, these social media tweets, and like nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. So